BC politics sure is colourful, going back at least as far as the second premier, Amor de Cosmos. The best excuse for his name is that William Smith had trouble getting mail in the California goldfields. Eventually he drifted north, became a reforming newspaper man, and then they eventually had to make him premier, even though they were quite worried about his weirdness, given that he was so terrified of electricity he wouldn't step on a tram, and so fond of a drink that he got into street brawls. He was in fact legally declared insane 2 years before he died. After that, the premiers quieted down a bit, though the 9th premier went to London, cut his finger on a carriage door, and died. He was also a reforming newspaper man, and he also had a great name, John Robson. But the weirdness just continued, like the mayor of Vancouver in the 30s, Jerry McGeer, the guy who said it's 3,000 miles from Vancouver to Ottawa, 30,000 the other way. He blamed international banker gold bugs not only for the communists he fought as mayor, but also for the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. So of course he was elected a federal MP, put in the Senate, came back, got himself re-elected mayor of Vancouver. Eventually the province was taken over by the Socreds, who were headed by Wack Bennett, a teetotaler who sold apple wine, arguably only because he was a teetotaler. Finally someone said there's a reason they use grapes, and he switched to that. He was pretty normal, though his Minister of Highways was called Flying Phil for all the speeding tickets he got while testing the curves, and also once explained a problem by saying, if I'm lying, it's only because I'm telling the truth. Finally, the Socreds got just a little too colourful with Bill Vander Zalm, who ran into conflict of interest problems over the sale of his bizarre Fantasy Gardens theme park, though he was later acquitted in court. The NDP are now trying to bore their way into power. In some ways it seems like the safe strategy, but in BC you have to wonder if it's going to work. With all due respect to Amor de Cosmos, politics here is often electrifying.